Okay. Wait. Okay, so today, Thursday, 13th of March of the present year, we have the privilege to have this interview. Us, the team number 6 from the high school of Ciudad Mederos. We are team number 6. I am Adrian Flores, and here are my teammates: Alexander Muñiz, Daniela Cooper, Jose González, Pacal, and Santiago Huesca. So before we begin this interview formally, we're going to start with some previous questions with the interviewee. So first of all, can you share with us your full name?
My name is Miguel Flores. I work here in Chicago. I'm working for Reyes Holdings. Reyes Holdings is that uh, multi-billion dollar company that almost no one knows about. Basically, they own all they own Constellation Brands. Constellation Brands is the company that distributes mostly all the beer here in America. Also, they own the Coca-Cola distribution here in the Great Lakes, and also they distribute all the food for McDonald's and Chipotle and Chick-fil-A.
Okay. With this information that you share with us about your job, can you mention us like more specifically what you work at?
I'm basically the senior administrator of SharePoint and also the ServiceNow platform.
Okay, can you tell us like a little bit of those platforms?
SharePoint is basically a platform that from Microsoft that is mainly used to collaborate as a team. It's a platform that allows you to create sites. In those sites, you can share pages and several files for the team to work on. And we also have ServiceNow. ServiceNow is a platform that allows the company to be able to open incident tasks and create changes. It has several applications in it, like security operations, which allows people for the security team to track any vulnerability that there might be inside the network.
Okay. And also as well, how many years have you been working in your company?
I've been working here in the company already for 5 years. Uh, I basically started back in 2019, and here in Chicago, I've been working for other companies, uh, which the two longest I have worked in are JLL and here at Reyes Holdings.
Uh, Okay, that's good. And finally, for ending this presentation session, for to then go to the formal questions for this interview, which university did you study?
I studied at the Universidad de Monterrey, back in Monterrey, which is my hometown, obviously. And there, my bachelor degree is in as a computer software engineer.
Okay, well, thank you. So now we're gonna go with the formal questions for this interview, and before we go to that, just to make it for giving me this information here in the record, it's this interview. It's focused on getting information for the section for the part of cybersecurity. So this is gonna be really helpful for what is gonna be or project for the subject of STEM, or more at least to have an idea of what is cybersecurity. Okay, now we go with the questions. Jose Alexander.
First, like the first three questions. The first one is, what has been the biggest challenge you have faced?
I was working on a previous company, and there I was a SharePoint administrator. I was in charge of setting up all the environment, and basically, it was the first time I was provided with that with such task. I was creating certificates. I basically built up all the SharePoint farm from scratch, and I think that was the first time I did it myself.
Okay. Well, the second question is, how do you think cybersecurity has evolved over the years?
Well, it at the beginning, I think you only had like certain softwares that you could use connect uh, uh, connect over the network, and nothing was that secure at that time. It was pretty easy uh, to to fall into a cyber attack.
Okay, well, thank you. The third one is, what are the most common threats that people might face in terms of cybersecurity?
Well, the what? Sorry,
Okay, what are the most common threats that people
Mhm.
might face in terms of cybersecurity?
Well, the most common threats that you can face on cybersecurity. Mostly and most recently, the main ones are everyone can fall on opening a document from the web that you don't know, answering an email that you well that doesn't belong to the company, the inbound emails in the company that are from from someone outside of the network trying to hack you. Also, you can get an SMS that might contain a QR code that you will scan, and basically it will direct you to a file that they might use to steal your credentials to log into the network.
Interesting. Our fourth question for you is, how can a company improve their cybersecurity? Why is this so?
How can they improve? Currently there's several ways that they can use to improve the cybersecurity. For example, right now, as I mentioned, I'm working as a ServiceNow administrator. There in ServiceNow, there's this application called Security Operations uh, that that tool allows the security operations engineers to check the vulnerabilities that are inside the network. They can track the configuration of all the devices inside the network. And with that, they can see what's installed in the computer. If someone is trying to, if some unknown device is trying to log into the network. And with that, they can basically stop the threat.
Nice. So, what knowledge do you consider essential for protection against cyber attacks?
Well, the main knowledge that you need to know is basically not to open anything that you don't know, or that, for example, if you get an email from a person that you don't know, the first thing is to go and check the sender and also the sender's email address, because the email addresses can be easily uh, can be easily how can I say this? Basically, you can set whatever as the destination email on the email that you're sending, and if you are not aware of who the sender of that email is, you can fall into that phishing, and from there start a cyber attack inside the network of the company.
Okay, so now, have you personally ever faced a cyber attack?
Yes, indeed. It was a while ago. I was working for another company. Uh, and my first day, I was about to start my activities. I was about to be introduced to my manager, and they told me, "Hey, can you handle? Can you hold on a bit? It's just that we are under a cyber attack." And basically, what happened is that as looks like some user from HR team, or maybe I think it was on the marketing team. They opened a document that was that was placed in the inside the network like for a long time ago, and that had a virus. So on opening that document, they triggered a ransomware that hold us for around 2 weeks and it started like spreading all over the network. We almost lost around 5 servers, and we had to build them again from scratch.
Oh, that's actually very creepy. So the following question is, do you know about the role governments play in regulating and preventing cybercrimes?
Uh, here in the USA, it's they are more concerned about it because when a company faces a cyber attack, you're not only damaging your image, you're damaging the image as well from whomever is working with you. That's the importance of trying to protect and try to make your network secure, because if people gets hold of whatever PII, which is personal identifiable information, they can get bank accounts, social security numbers, and with that they can sell that information over the dark web and expose information about documents that are that have pretty sensitive information. For example, they can hold the records of whatever amount of money that a company has, and they might go and now be a target for a cyber attack themselves.
All right, so for the next question, I may ask, which companies, in your opinion, do you think are more likely to be attacked and why?
Nowadays, all the companies are a possible threat of having a cyber attack. Why I'm saying this, for example, lately, for example, GameStop, some years ago, they were hacked, and all the information that was secured in their servers regarding uh, social security, not so, social security numbers of their employees, but their clients' credit card numbers were exposed, and those were sold over the dark web. And how did these people get to know that they were hacked? Because when uh, when these companies go through a cyber attack, there's also other companies like ID Protect, which basically uh, the companies being attacked, they need to uh, tell everyone that they had an information breach, and they need to let the users know that their information was exposed. So right now, it's not only big companies that can be a subject of a cyber attack, but also the small companies.
So,
Well,
in these
yeah.
cases, uh, from your experience, what are the most common faults that facilitate a cyber attack?
Opening whatever you don't know. Basically, it's pretty easy to know when you're getting when you're about to be a victim of phishing, because when someone sends you an email that says, if you don't do this action, your account is going to be disabled. They always try to make like something pretty dramatic so that you can respond right away and click on the link that they have inside the email, and that will take you to their page, and they will use that to get your credentials and get into the network.
So, What do you think are the steps that to handle a cyber attack like effectively and quickly?
Uh, Basically, you can use these tools that I mentioned before, these security operations, being constantly doing or getting or all your employees to take courses so that they can detect phishing. Also, what the companies do here is they do this disaster recovery tests, which basically what they do is uh, they simulate a cyber attack, and what they do is like they need to close all the access to the to certain servers and move from one set of servers to another, uh, and basically they need to act for example, like when the lights go out from the light company, that they unplug one and one source and they plug the other one. Basically, that's what we usually do here. Over the year, we performed at least two disaster recoveries, and also certain amount of weeks we perform like a small at a small level a disaster recovery operation as well.
How important do you consider like data encryption for protection?
Well, the having all the information is encrypted is it's like one of the best actions that you can perform, because well for example, here in large companies right now they are using HashiCorp vaults, which consist of you have all the passwords for all the sensitive accounts that handle automatic processes, and what you need to do is basically secure all those passwords on those vaults, and you will have all the information encrypted, and you will only have access well, only certain amount of people will have access to that information on that vault. And as well, over the network, you need to have like a pretty secure practices. And I don't know if you have ever opened Outlook on your cell phone. Basically, what it does is when you change from one application to another, all the from you won't be able to see what the email holds, because it's already protected and encrypted.
Yeah. And uh, do you know of effective ways to protect passwords, like for the end user?
Oh, yeah. Basically, what we do here in the company is we make use of this HashiCorp vault, which allows us to secure the information. Also, you can do it yourself in your cell phone by using uh, multi-factor authentication. That's another way that you can make it secure. And there's other applications as well, like LifeLock. When you download that application, basically it will allow you to create pretty secure passwords. Having uh, one of the best practices is to have a password that's 16 characters long, using random words and random characters. So because if you have like pretty short passwords, that's easier for hackers to go and get access of your account.
Okay, great. And for the next question, do you consider cybersecurity essential today, and why?
Yeah, basically it's a must. Uh, and basically, nowadays it's I think that's security 101. Because right now the companies they need to they need to present themselves as well. It's basically the practice of being professional now. Uh, you need to be holding all the information, the sensitive information, not only of your employees, but also the information of all your partners that you're working for, that you're making business with, because all that information about documents uh, it can help on other on hackers getting access to them, getting to know the amount of money they are making, and that will expose them and make them being the next victim of a cyber attack. Just imagine that for example, if they were to perform a cyber attack on a government company, they can get sensitive information, and that already happened back in Mexico in Pemex. Basically, they had a breach there uh, I think the credentials of one person got exposed, and they used that to get a hold of all the contracts from their partners. And just imagine if it were on a bigger scale, for example, here in USA, and that these hackers can get access of nuclear codes or something like that. That's why it's so important, because you need to protect the sensitive information.
Okay. Going with the next questions. With the next question, sorry. What are the most surprising things about working at cybersecurity in your experience?
Uh, the I think it's mainly getting to know all the technology, the current technologies, like getting yourself sharp. Uh, and with that I mean like getting up to date on how to handle new technologies, new ways on how threats can be performed, not only over companies but over single individuals.
Okay. And for our last question, do you consider the use of VPNs an important improvement in online privacy and security?
Yes. Uh, for example, one of the most common that you can use in a daily basis is this Surfshark. In companies, but mainly what they use is they create their own virtual private networks, which are protected by, I think in our case it's Okta, and that way they create this network where you use a tunnel to connect to the virtual private network. By using multi-factor authentication, you provide the credentials that you are the person who is trying to log into the network, and that way you can protect all the sensitive information not only in your device, but you will help as well to maintain all the sensitive information from your company.
Okay. And thank you for your answer. And this is all for the interview. We thank you for taking the time to being with us and sharing a little bit about what you do at your work, and also as well very important and interesting things about cybersecurity, which will help us a lot for our project that we are working at. And well, thank you, Miguel, for this time.
Thanks for having me, guys. And if you have any question, you already have my email. You can share it with your teammates and also with your classmates. And if you have any question regarding anything related to cybersecurity or working over the internet, I'm here for you.
Thanks for letting us know, Miguel. Have a good night.
As well.
Bye bye.